too close. Okay, I'm just trying to get situated here. Hope everyone is having a good morning. And yeah, I'll wait for our friends to come in, but today's live stream was recommended or requested that we had some trivia live stream. Trivia, 90s trivia on our live stream. Okay, pull the chat box up. Is this too high? I wonder what would happen if I put the camera. That might be better actually. Okay. So you always look different before you come on than when you actually go live. So I always usually fidget for a minute, but I think I got it this time. It is Monday morning here and it's just a little after 8:30. So my usual time. One thing I can show while we wait for our friends to come in is I got my new fountain pen. I've been eyeing it for a while, but I finally got it. And I like it because it's like a capless one, so you click it, then the nib comes out of there. And it was reasonably priced, and it writes like the more expensive one, so I was happy to get my hands on this. I love it because it looks like an old-fashioned lipstick case. So good morning. Good morning, Davy. How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Mine was okay. Mine was okay. I got rear-ended, but in a car, but other than that, nothing else eventful. I hope you're ready for the 90s trivia. A little refreshing. Well, hey, your weekend? That's good then. Oh, okay, so go eat more chocolate chip cookies, independent Chad. Yeah, I was just showing my new pen. I'm okay. We would just rear-end it, but ended up being okay. They were like, I think they were new to like maybe driving in winter conditions. And yeah, they were going down an icy hill and I guess they didn't, I don't know if they had winter tires on, but they hit the back of us pretty good. But we're all okay. Oh, well then maybe try not to eat chocolate chip cookies for a little bit and let them That's funny. Are chocolate chip cookies your favorite? Hi, Bear. Yeah, I'm in Canada and we have like a lot of newcomers and I don't think they're used to like driving in the snow or on the ice. So they're like, we tried to stop, but we couldn't. I'm like, yeah. Well, my car stopped you. But it ended up being okay. Like they were nice about it. We were nice about it. But there was so many accidents. Like even when we were coming back from the station, on that same hill there was like 10 accidents. So I don't know where the plows were, but like this year the plows haven't been out on the bad days and there's been like hundreds of accidents. So it's kind of weird. I don't know where the plows are. But thankfully we're all okay. We just were a little sore, but we're okay now. Like I hit my neck pretty good, but for some reason my knee hurt. I don't know how that happened. I was like, okay, that's weird. But yeah. Yep, I'm in Canada and it was really snowy and it's snowing like that again, but it's not like hi. It's kind of like the like rain, like you know when it's rainy snow, so it's just like everything gets like slushy, but it's cold, so it freezes. I am good. How are you? Glad to see you here this morning. Thank you, everyone. I kind of had a weird, cranky morning, but I think I'm okay now. So, I did write some trivia questions. Do you like snow raining? No. No, I don't like when it's like that because you can't walk or drive anywhere. I like the summer. I like the sunshine. Winter is my least favorite because I'm in the city, like I can't really do anything except just endure it. Like in the countries, you can like go ice fishing or you can go snow machining, snowmobiling, but here you just kind of put up with it. Summer's my favorite. Summer's like my happy time. All Canadians love the summer, yeah, because we don't get enough of it. Feels like it's so short and sweet, so we try and enjoy every moment of it. But the days have been starting to stay lighter longer, so that's been nice. Like it's not been dark at like 4:30, so that's good. I'm trying to see. I'm just looking at my questions. Winter is lazy. Winter's just like the time to like reflect on things and just like rest up and get ready for the warmer months because it's so tiring being in the cold all the time. But who is ready for some 90's trivia questions? I wish winter was only a month though. It feels like it's like 6 months. I don't know if I got any Seinfeld questions, but I can try next time. Why some people like winter? Um, cause like you can still like hike and you can still do things in the winter. It's just in the city it's not nice. Like in the country you can go. Yeah, we do like the cozy feeling. Like when it snows, it's really peaceful and pretty. Okay, so I'll start with one of the questions. We can keep talking, but I'll just start with one of the questions. Oh, which 1997 movie directed by James Cameron became the highest grossing film in the 90's and won 11 Oscars? I didn't think of this because I forgot this movie existed, but it was a pretty big movie in the 90's. Yes, you got it. Did you cheat or did you know? I forgot Titanic was even a thing when I was doing the questions. I'm like, oh yeah, because I was trying to guess and then I was like, I have no idea. Thank you for the thumbs up. I thought about it if I could get really fun trivia questions. I think sometimes it'd be fun to just have like little prizes. You knew? Oh, okay. Do you like movies? Are you someone who watches a lot of movies? Most of these questions are like kind of some are movies, some a couple are bands, and a couple are other things. Aw, you're so sweet. Do you like? Yeah, my coffee is good. I feel okay now. I just had a weird morning. Some mornings I just wake up and I'm cranky and not myself. It takes a little while. You're so sweet though. Thank you. Oh no, my cat's in the litter box. And I can't run away if it smells because I'm on live stream. Unless I just take the camera and run. It would just be everyone just be running and hiding. Okay, are we ready for another question or should we wait for more people? I think I only have like 11 questions. Are you guys morning people? Because I'm not. It's funny, I live stream in the morning, but I'm not. Hi! Weston, is it? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Aw. I should do that more often. Just think about all the good memories. You're good. That's good. Do we have any like music or movie buffs? I think we have one movie buff in here. I think you'll be the winner because there's a few movie questions. Okay, I'll ask another one. Which band released the hit single Wonderwall in 1995, becoming an anthem for a generation? Thank you. And you hate 8 to 5. Davy, that's funny. Yes, somehow I knew you were gonna get it. It's Oasis. Somehow, how did I know? Like, I don't know why. I was like, I bet Davey's gonna get this one. I don't know why, like, when I was writing it out. That's so funny. No, you left out it's Oasis. You just left an S. It's Oasis. But I knew where you're going. Backstreet Boys, that was close though. Hola. Let me see. It was kind of fun doing these questions because it reminded me of like the 90's a lot. I'm human Shazam. Like when I was doing it, I was like, when I was writing the questions out, I love music too. I was like, I forgot about that, or I didn't know that. So it made me think of like the 90's. I was like, oh yeah. So in 1992, I have to think how old was I? I was about 5. So in 1992, which handheld gaming device was launched by Nintendo featuring a monochrome screen and compact design? Independent. I don't think I knew that this was around in 92 because I got mine like later. Yeah, it's Game Boy. My first Game Boy and my only game, Commodore 64. No, it's just Game Boy because in 92, the Game Boy Color, I think, is when I had it. Came out after, I think. Now, the next one, I don't know. There's a like an answer, but there's so many different options that I think will work, so we'll just take any of them. What was the name of the popular 90's toy that allowed children to hatch and raise virtual creatures on a small screen? I had one on my shirt the other day. And don't worry about spelling because I wouldn't know how to spell this one. Yeah, yeah. Pokemon something. Independent chat, I love your answers. You're like Pokemon something. It's like Tamagotchi. I used to love those things. I never had the Tamagotchi or like the Nano. Well, I got a Tamagotchi later, but I had like the generic ones that the store sold or like Toys R Us. And it was actually better. I had this one that was this little panda on like a necklace, and it was the coolest thing to take care of. Okay, here is a couple music questions for our music buff. This is going to be a blast from the past if you're from the 90s. This Swedish pop group, consisting of two couples, gained international fame with their hit song The Sign in 1993. What's their name? Davey, mine too. That was a hard day. I felt like I left my digital pet down. I think I cried that day. No, not ABBA. ABBA was like a little earlier on. But good guess, because they were Swedish, I think. No, not Venga Boys. The song was The Sign. It's Ace of Base. But close enough. We'll take Ace of Spades. Do you guys remember that? Ace of Base, The Sign. I remember walking home from school one day and I found like a CD that was like thrown out of someone's like car window. Well, I assume because it was beside the road. And it was that album. And it had like a big chip out of it, but it still played. So I took it home and would like play that song. It's the one that's like, I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Do 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 do. I'm not gonna sing. You'll remember it after, Davy. You'll remember if you put it in the sign. You'll be like, oh yeah. I don't know. Like I was pretty young in the 90s, so like the early part, a lot of this I didn't remember. I had to like refresh my memory. This is one I forgot existed. I forgot this group existed, and then I was like, oh yeah. Because I didn't listen to, like, when I was in the 90s, I still listened to, like, a lot of alternative and rock. I didn't listen to a lot of karaoke night. I am not brave enough to do karaoke. The only one I karaoke for is my cats. Like, I'll be in my room getting ready for the day with music on, and then I'll just do karaoke with my cats, and they just sit and watch. Actually, the little Siamese will meow. Like, if I do karaoke and I'm like just messing around and like singing the song, she'll start meowing like she's singing. It's so cute. So, known for blending pop with folk music. I know, I did karaoke with only me and my cats, and my one cat still like low key side eyes me. So I didn't know that they considered this a blend of folk music, but it's known for blending pop with folk music elements. Which group released Mbop, a catchy tune that became a global hit? I forgot that Mbop was a thing. Totally did. I feel like maybe you guys were like me and weren't listening to that scene of the music then, because I forgot they existed. No, not Eiffel 95. No, not Santana. They were a group of guys. And I think the singer had long hair. And they were younger. Like they were like kind of like I think like maybe teens or something. You guys were like me, you didn't know it either then. That's funny. A lot of the girls listen to them. Okay, if there's no more guesses, I'll tell you. So the group that did Bop is Hanson. Do you remember Hanson? There were like I think three guys, and they were younger. Not Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was Hanson. But Red Hot Chili Peppers were around at the time. Davy. I completely forgot Hanson was a thing. Like, I completely forgot about that. Because I think the kids at school, the girls at school used to listen to him. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm actually glad you guys, whoever suggested do 90s trivia, I'm actually happy because, like, it's been a flash, like, from the past. When I was going over the questions, it was kind of fun. Chad, that's funny. You're like, if I keep naming, eventually one of them will be right. Well, what did you guys listen to in the 90s? What were some bands you listened to? In the 90s, I remember listening to like Smashing Pumpkins, Deep Purple. But Deep Purple is from the 70s. But Bon Jovi, I listened to. Yeah. There was a question and the answer was Nirvana, but it was specific. Right? Oh yeah, the Spice Girls. I remember watching the Spice Girls movie with my friend, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm Sporty Spice, and she's like, yeah, I'm Baby Spice, and like we would watch the movie with our Spice Girl shirts on. Creed was another good one. Creed, and there was a bunch of. There was so many. I know it's hard. Like when I go on live, I kind of feel like deer in headlights. Like I kind of forget things because I'm just like, oh, trying to think of what I'm saying. Hey now, Britney Spears has been through some stuff. She is still a human. That's why she's been through some stuff, because she's human. Chad. Now, I don't know if you guys watched this movie, but does anyone know which actor played Gilbert Grape in the film What's Eating Gilbert Grape? He's like oh yeah, closing time. I forgot about that song. Yeah, I forgot about that song. No, not DiCaprio. Okay, I'll give you a hint because in case you didn't watch the movie, he also played. Yeah, you got it. I was like, he also played a pirate in other movies, and he was very good. Actually, I never watched the ones where he was the pirate. I think I watched one of them, but I just seen clips, and Johnny D was very convincing. Yeah, I think he was young in that movie, like younger. This one should be an easier one. Okay. I'm gonna fly through all my questions. Then what? Which actor played the role? Oh, okay, okay. So, which actor played the role of Forrest Gump in the 1994 film? I think most of us watched Forrest Gump. Yep, Tom Hanks. Ding, ding, ding. You guys both got it. It is. I think it made me feel sad. I think I remember feeling sad when I watched it. Yes, I do. You watched it more than 100 times. That was like me with Toy Story. I watched Toy Story like every single day. Before I knew it was like a comfort thing, I used to, because you know how like if it's a comfort movie, you can watch it every day. I would watch it every day. I would just be like, oh, in the summer, I'd wake up and like start my day off with Toy Story, go outside, come back. Did you? What did you love about it the most? Because it was an emotional movie. I feel like there was a lot going on. And then with Jenny, oh, my heart couldn't handle it. Thank you for the hearts going up the side. It's always like a party. Really? Did they never made a second one, did they? I'm surprised they didn't. I love that he did what he was. Yeah. But like we don't know what happened to the kid because he had the little kid and we don't know what happened after. Why did they never like follow up with that? I never thought of that till now. Chad. Like that happens in your life. I only have two questions left, so I don't know if I should hold off or just ask them now or space them apart. But the kid was really smart, didn't he? It would have been interesting to know like what happened afterwards. Like what did life become for them? Because I mean, a lot of people love that movie. I follow what is told to me. Well, maybe you gotta like listen to different people, Chad. Because, oh, you know what? That's true. That's true. I didn't think of it like that, Davy. Yep. I feel like growing up in the 90's was still like relatively like I feel like it's such a difference. Like I grew up in the 90's and like I grew up in the 90's and my daughter grew up in like the 2000s and like my childhood and her childhood like and I had her young so like it shouldn't have been that much different but like it was so different. That's true. He was in Alabama, wasn't he? So he was in somewhere a little. But you know what? Even in small towns, you can be in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think it's just because, like, yeah, things change, right? Like when I was little, I could go outside, play with my friends, and come in. But now there's just so much out there. And like even at school, our kids have to learn about like a lot of the dangers out there, which is good because it helps protect them, but at the same time it's sad that they have to learn about things. Like I was at the grocery store the other day and they had a sign up in the women's washrooms, and basically like if you were unsafe or like say I don't know, I think it's for the women who are involved in like human trafficking, if you give like a code name, like if you ask for a certain name, they're trained to know like how to help you. Like, can you imagine working in a grocery store and like you're trained to like learn how to help women in these situations? I'm glad they are, but it's just, it seems so much different my childhood from like when my daughter, we were raising her. So, yeah. The 90's was still relatively, I feel like, safe. We always had the creeper vans. We always, good morning, Ballfender. In the 90's, the thing that we had to learn about stranger danger was always like this two-tone blue van driving around being a creep. So, like, when we were little, anytime we saw a blue van, we're like, ah! Because every time, like, at least once or twice a year, they'd read, like, a letter from the announcements. Good morning, Ballfender. Giving free candy, right? It was always like stay away from the van, giving free candy. And I remember one time like when I was younger and I was walking to school. I was with my older brother, thankfully, but this man pulls up in his car and it wasn't a blue van, so I wasn't prepared cuz I knew to look out for the blue vans. And he's like, "Hey, can you guys help me like how to get to McDonald's?" And then my brother's like, "No." And he told me like, "Keep walking." And like I was like, "Oh, that's so rude. What did he need?" And he's like, "He doesn't need help. We're kids." And like I went home and told my mom, and my mom's like, "Yeah, Amanda, like adults need to ask other adults if they're lost. They never need to ask children." And he goes, "Why was he asking McDonald's when it was literally around the corner?" So they're like, "Your brother did the right thing. Like just stay with him when you walk to school, and if someone asks for directions, don't give them directions." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, like everyone knows free candy only comes once a year. No, but it was always like, who was driving around like, "Hey kids, you want some candy?" Like, why was that the thing we all had to worry about? And so it got to the point where if it wasn't that, I didn't realize. So yeah, it's crazy. Okay, another question, and it's one of the last ones, is which Pixar movie did Kevin Spacey play the role of Hopper in 1998? Hopper. Now, I don't think I ever watched this movie, so I didn't know it was this. No. Yes, it's A Bug's Life. I never watched, I don't think I've watched A Bug's Life. What was your favorite movie then? So we know Davies, we know mine. What's everyone else's favorite movie from like the 90's? A classic. I don't know why I never watched it. I remember like watching Lion King in school. I do not know how to say hello in Turkish. All Pixar and Disney's are classic. Yeah. I tend to like Pixar movies, I think. That's wasn't that like one of those like I don't even know that movie. I think that was one of the movies that like some adults watched or something. It wasn't a kids movie. I was like watching. Oh, can you hear our guinea pigs? They're weaking, but they're in another room, so you might not be able to hear them. They're so cute. They hear me and they want their breakfast, so they're waking. I love guinea pigs. Whenever they're excited or they want food, they just kind of yell. And I find that relatable. Hopefully not close to the cats. The cats actually know not to bother them. The cats view them as friends. Like, the cats don't even go near them. Sometimes the little Siamese would go near them and she just sits there and like watches them. But the guinea pigs aren't afraid of nothing. Because, like, my parents have a little dog, and even if he tries to bark at them, they stand up to him. Like, they're fine because they're in their enclosures, but they look at him like, don't come around here with that nonsense. Second favorite movie, Home Alone 1, 2. Why not 3? Was 3. I feel like the third movie is usually not good. Like, Toy Story 1 and 2 is my favorite, but the third was a little too much. And I never watched the fourth one. They are brave. They're girls. They're just these little they're guinea pigs. And like, we have to even separate them from each other because oh, it didn't have him. I didn't realize that. They'll fight each other. Like, guinea pigs are like, oh no, they're like happy herbivores. No, they fight. Like, they fight because they want to be dominant. But one of them is a little bit larger than the other, so we don't want to allow them to like live without a divider because they fight and they never like got past that stage. So we have like a divider between them. And so it's cute. When they eat, they'll go out and they'll eat at the same time. They do everything the same. They just can't like fight each other. Yeah, the one little pig is like really brave. She's feisty. Did anyone watch Good Burger? No, I haven't. But yeah, no. Tremors! I forgot about that movie. I remember watching it one year, I was fine, and then when I was little, I watched it again. I got freaked out. I got so scared. I got so scared of it. I don't know why. It was the same with, oh my goodness, in school. Did you guys watch this in the 90's? There was this movie. I know, right? I'd be like, oh. There was this movie where there was this little girl and her mom died. So they made this grandma at like this factory, and it was like this robot grandma, and they like picked out the eyes and they picked out like the features. And then this helicopter came and lowered the box, and it was this robot grandma. Okay, I watched it in kindergarten and I didn't think anything of it. I watched it again in grade 1. It scared me. I was like, something about it just scared me. I don't know why. I keep yawning, sorry. It was like called something the grandma. I don't know. But why was that a movie they played in school? Oh yeah, and then one day the girl didn't like unplug the grandma because the grandma would plug herself in and charge at night. And then the one day it's a good thing you never heard of it. It was like one of those school movies. One day she unplugged her grandma and then her grandma plugged herself back in and asked her about it. I was like, oh, something like that. And then I was like terrified. It was weird. They had like a catalog they could pick her parts from, and then this helicopter just lowered her down one day. Last question. Okay, get your buzzers ready because it's the last question. How many of the Jurassic Park movies were released in 1990's? So how many Jurassic Park movies did they put out in the 90's? Oh my goodness, I would never watch Tales of the Crypt. That would have just gave me nightmares. Yeah, Davey got it. It was, they had Jurassic Park and then The Lost World. I was the biggest chicken when I was little, so anything that was remotely scary, wasn't my cup of tea. Hello. I wonder what we should do for our next, if we do trivia questions. I wonder what theme we should do. I do know we should do some music because we have a bunch of us love music. Someone suggested some Seinfeld questions. The pigs are in there making noise. It's so cute. I'm not sure. I'll have to think of some. I should just get a trivia game so then I can have cards and like actually like just read them. So then I don't have to do research and write out all these questions. Although it's fun, I don't mind it. I find it like relaxing. But I just don't know which type of trivia everyone would like. I know the animals were good, so I should put down more animal questions because those were a lot of fun. I'll make sure to have monkey questions just for Davy since he loves monkeys. we should try the game. That's funny. So like, my daughter suggested that. She was like, you should do. Oh no, she said you should do would you rather questions. And I was like, oh, okay, I should look some up because mine would be bizarre if I tried to make them up. Okay, never have I ever. I know. Never have I ever. The thing I get confused of is, are you supposed to say yes if you did do it or if you've never done it? I always get confused about that. Never have. That could be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to look up some of those because that could get everyone like laughing too. Put it on my list. What's everyone's plans for today? I had plans, but I think I'm just gonna like scratch the ideas I had because I think we have a change of plans today. So I'll just go with the flow. Right? I think it's so funny because like I never even thought of doing like trivia or stuff like that, and it wasn't until we were doing like the animals trivia I was like, hey, wait, that was actually really fun. Like we should do that again. I should look for just like basic like games like that um we can just play. It'll be fun. Cause otherwise it's just me rambling. Which I tend to be good with. I think the guinea pigs settled down because I don't hear them anymore. Right? We can just all have coffee, hang out. But you gave me good ideas, Davey. You have a lot of good ideas, actually. I try and like keep ideas going for like, because I do live videos, but then I do videos for my channel, which are just about like stationery and like planners and journals. So I try to keep active with that. But live streams, I just come on and I never know what I'm going to talk about. So the trivia at least gives me something to have like ready. I think I will hop off here in just one quick moment. See what those guinea pigs were wanting. They tried Asian pear, I think. Um, and they really liked it. Someone inspired me to do truth or dare. I can't wait to go live. You will. You'll get there soon. I wonder if there's a way I can help you get the 50 subs other than you putting like your link in the chat box. I don't know how else. Which you totally can do. There's not, I think on my end it only says there's 3 people watching, but whenever there's a good amount of people watching, don't feel shy. You can totally just put the link to your channel. Because if it helps you get to 50 quicker, I'll be happy. Like, I don't mind. Because then I can go on your lives and watch your lives. That seems like a lot of work. We're just talking. How about yourself? What are you up to? We did have our 90's trivia. It was kind of hard because some of the questions were so specific, and I'm like, well, feel like most of us were kids, so we wouldn't have remembered that. A lot of that stuff. Not much. Sometimes doing not much is the way to go. Sometimes we need those days. I call them potato days, where you just need a day where you don't do much, because, like, then the next day I do, like, so much. I used to, like, I used to actually make myself feel really guilty if I didn't get a lot done. But then I noticed on days that I had like a lazy day, the next day I'd get up and I'd be motivated and I'd get a lot done. And I'm like, Amanda, don't be hard on yourself. You have like ADHD and I have autism. So things kind of, my energy I put out is like, it takes a lot out of me. So I'm like, it's okay to do not much. I am good, Balvinder. How are you doing this fine Monday morning? I'm in love with this pen. It's like a 20, I love you too. It was a $20 pen, but I feel you ain't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't, happy, what's happy? I'm not, yeah, I'm not happy, I guess you'd say, unless I'm doing something, because there's always something to do, and like I feel like pressure, like especially if there's if my place gets messy, like, over the weekend, like I try not to just like be cleaning all weekend. I try and like do stuff with the family, but then Monday morning rolls around and I see a mess and I'm like, uh. So then I'm not, I feel like restless until I get up and like start picking up and cleaning up and stuff. Like after this I probably have dishes to do and stuff, but and I did want to go for a walk, but it is so slick and icy out. I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I think I'm gonna do like my workout inside, because I find that there's like these walking workouts you can do at home, like people on YouTube make them, and I really enjoy them because it's like you're getting outside when you on the snowy days. So I've been doing those and I've been finding they were helping. I was just thinking, I know I've been trying to take it easy because like so far my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Like when it first happened, like it my neck got like, I don't know, hit pretty good off the back of the seat. So like the first day my neck and like knee hurt. The second day my knee hurt really bad. But I feel better, but I should probably, you're right, Davey. I should probably just take it slow just to give my body a break cuz the worst part of it all was sitting cuz we had to go and do an accident report. The worst part was at the station. Thank you, Paul Fender. At the station, it was so loud. Like everyone was on their phones. Everyone was like talking in a different, like in their own language and having their own conversations. But like it was a full room because that's how many accidents there were. They were actually at the point where they like just file it online. Like we're closing at a certain time. You're not even gonna get through. So I was in this room and it's so loud and it's bright. And the lady was just like, you could tell she was tired. Like she was dealing with accidents all day, people all day. But she was just like, you know how people are straightforward, but they're not being rude? But like she kind of said something to my daughter. Like it wasn't rude, but I. Mister, how do you always. How do you. And retaliating wasn't my idea. You, we're still cool. Remember, I stay out of anything political, so we're still neighbors. We're still friends. Okay, what's your question? Meester, are you done work? Nice. Nice. I my favorite. Okay, bye, Ballfender. My favorite book. I have to think of that. My favorite book. I know I have one, but I just can't think of it. I'm doing good, Meester. I was just saying, I got in, someone rear-ended me the other day on a hill, so we was just dealing with that. And the worst part of it all was just being at the police station and it was so loud. And I was like, I don't want to like lose my cool. So I just sat there and stared at my phone. I want Canada to be number 50. You guys. Now I feel that I want to know what my favorite book is. I don't know, like I did enjoy reading Anna Green Gables. I did enjoy when I was younger, like in the 90's, reading the Babysitter Clubs. There's these one historical fiction books I actually really love, and they're based loosely around real stories, and I really like them because my favorite genre is historical fiction. I really love historical fiction. Davey, do you own a flag shop? Thinking about that sweet, sweet money that a 50. I don't even know what's going on with that thing. I just like keep getting like the news, like the little recommendations on YouTube about it. I'm like, oh goodness. I still don't even know what's going on with the tariffs. I just heard Canada and Mexico wasn't happy, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait and see what happens because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with any of that. I still don't even think I fully understand the who, why, what, when, and how, but we'll see how it affects us. How many OCD people would frequent well, the uneven star pattern? You know what's funny is like I'm so bad with flags. Hello. I'm so bad with flags. Like I know Canada's flag, American's flag. I think I know Australia's flag. I know Japan's flag. But when people put their flags up in chat, I feel really bad. But like, I don't know where the flags of the country are. I cannot remember all of the flags. So they'll be like, hey, from, and they put the flag. I'm like, oh, cool. I have no idea. Like, I don't know where they. You do have uneven stripes, but even stars. I am doing good, James. How about you and from you? Do you mean where am I from? I'm in Canada. I would probably still do that, Meester. I'd be like, there's just so many, and a lot of them use the same colors, but like the bands of colors are just like in different order. I'm like, no. I, what I didn't know is I think the Japanese flag, is it supposed to be the sun coming up? Because don't they get the sunshine first or something? I don't know. Thank you. It's a little cat on a computer. Reminds me of my orange cat because he's always trying to get in front of the like computer or the phone to go on Zoom with his friends. I could see how though, Davy. I could see how. I thought that you guys, I needed this morning. I almost didn't come on just because I was in a mood and I'm like, I don't want to bring people down. I was just like in a grumpy mood. And now I feel better, so now I feel like I can go and clean and not be all grumpy. The Irish flag is Italian flag left out in the sun too much. The Irish flag. Now I'm gonna go looking those up. Yes, he did. Meester, you're gonna have to give us ideas for our next trivia. I thought for sure you'd be in here with the buzzer and you'd be like you'd be getting those answers left and right. But I'm happy you were able to make it. No, Davey, no. We're all just gonna be confused. You're gonna be like, is that the Karate Kids bandana? I'm not gonna know. That would be probably a good way to learn it though, if we had them like flashcards. But it just seems like there's too many to remember. And like people, like I don't want to tell them I don't know because I don't want their feelings hurt, but it's like, how am I supposed to remember? Why why do you want to see my arm? Like what's that about? Am I missing something? Okay, well, I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you everyone for joining. This was fun, and now I know. James, what? I'm gonna have the never have I ever, or like what my daughter said, would you rather? But bye, much love. Thank you everyone. You made my entire morning. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye for now.